Welcome to a Forgotten Realms draft here with Simon. The rare, let's see here, the rare is Vorpal Sword, a card I don't think is very good, but it gives Death Touch, so it is probably playable. We have this, and it's not great, it's kind of flexible. Other than that, I don't really see anything super great here. I'm just gonna take the rare here. I'm not sure. I think that this card might be playable, and because I think the other cards are kind of weak. But what it does, I think it's playable if you're heavy black, because the equip cost is double black, so you have to play like 10 swarms, I think. But giving the creature Death Touch and a bonus is kind of annoying. So I would like to draft some tokens. I don't think that ability is necessarily good, but if you put it on a flyer, you can just randomly win the game. Okay, this card is interesting. The rare I don't think is very good. You would have to still pay the mana cost, so it's not that great. Black-red is an interesting combination because it gives you the treasure token. This card seems okay. This card does not seem great. I have to read a lot of the cards, but this card seems like it could be good. Like black-red is a treasure token theme, and none of the other cards seem very good. I mean, this card is fine, but I think I'm gonna take improvised weaponry again. Black-red is treasure theme. Okay, slow. Not great. This card I like, but it wouldn't work with anything I have taken so far. So it's at least 4 that gives a 1/1, but you can get more too. I don't like that too much. It is playable, I suppose. No, it's fine, I guess. So I think it's either Gretchen, which is a great card, but I would have to abandon a lot of cards, or this card, which seems like it could be good if I are some sign of sacrifice theme. You are getting a lot of cards. I mean, a 4/3 and a 1/1 for 5 is fine, but then do you have also the possibility to get more? So it also works nice with Vorpal Sword. You can just put the sword on one of the tokens. Oh, that card is great. That card is a little less exciting. This card could be good if we black-red sacrifice stuff. I think I'll take this and maybe abandon the red cards. I'm not married to red. I think the best card is probably Vorpal Sword. And these red cards are fine, but nothing special. Whereas I think this card is just very good in black. Blue, and it works kind of nice with Vorpal Sword. You can just pump it up. So, kind of like, ooh, another one. Yeah, this might be a time to choose direction. I think that this card is just mediocre. It's probably playable, but this card also seems kind of good. But I think I'm gonna take another one of these, and now I'm gonna be trying to be blue-black. And this card is fine on its own. You don't really need to like build around it. It's just the one for that in the late game you can start drawing. You can start dealing extra damage and getting value scrying and gain life. Okay, this card seems fine. Oh, this card seems also fine. Not so good though. Bad. This card seems playable, but it's really expensive. I like the ability. It reminds me of Roaming Ghostlight, but it is huge that you have to pay an extra. Kind of like this actually. Looks pretty good. Now there's another chance of these. Kind of mediocre. Fine. Yeah, I'm gonna take this. It might be fine to play one. So right now I'm probably blue-red, but we'll see. Target creature gets -11/-11. This is 6 mana though. It's probably fine. Interesting. 6 mana, kill anything or a counter spell that makes you go into the dungeon. I think I like that better. And now we have not much. I guess I'll take this in case I go red. So when you have this card, you kind of want to make the game go to a stall, because then you can start using the ability. And a 1/3 is a pretty good blocker, so it's not necessarily have to be aggressive with that card. That card is pretty fine on the end game. This card could work pretty nice with Criddle, but alright, I'm gonna take the Shambling Guest maybe. Another one of these, huh? It's either a counter spell or draw 2. Seems pretty bad. I like Bar the Gate. Now we have 3 cards that do things with the dungeon, so we're kind of getting interesting here with that. Alright. It's a lot of reading. First draft of the set, and I'm kind of confused. But we'll see. See if the next pack will give us some direction. Got a red mythic, huh? Interesting. Inferno of Star. Flying Haze can be countered. Yeah, that card is a bomb. I'm probably gonna take it. Interesting. So if I weren't to take that, what would I even be taking? Probably Grim Bounty, but this card just seems like a bomb. But not necessarily the 20 damage, but it's a 6/6 Flying Haste that you can pump. So I think I'm gonna take that and start looking at the red cards again. Right now I have no way to sacrifice a creature, which is kind of the main theme here. That seems bad. But here we have the black, red, gold card. So it looks like I'm just gonna move out of blue, black. Never be married to your first pack, I guess. This card is fine. Basically, mostly it's the bomb that I opened in red, but it's also, I think the red cards I have are fine. Nothing bad about them. So now I would have less ways to go into the dungeon, but this card also helps me ramp out the cards. What's this? Yeah, this card seems great. I mean, it's a 7/3 for 5, which is kind of bad, but whenever it's gonna get you one step closer into it. It also has trample, which is huge. This card seems kind of good, but let's see here. So still not good. So now we have 9 cards, and yeah. And 2 cards adventure into the dungeon. So once you have one, that makes them more valuable. Interesting. That card ended up being pretty decent, I think. Right. It's either that or another Somber, but I remember this card being pretty solid. Right now I don't have any ways to discard, I don't think. And I already have one of those. So it's either the Bag of Holding or Zombie Ogre. I think I'll take Bag of Holding. The card ended up being pretty good in, I think it was M20. Oh, I mean... yeah, I like the Hoarding Ogre. We already have some treasure payoffs, and we're gonna get more probably. And another thing about treasure tokens that kind of look nice with this card too. So yeah, draw 2 cards and create 2 treasure tokens. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take that. Looks like I have some treasure payoffs now. I have this, and then Kind of works nice with Warble Sword too, because it makes you get up to 8 mana. And also Treasure works nice with the Mythic. Treasures works right with Earth Cult Elemental, because it means you have cards to sacrifice. Sure, that card seems great actually. Yeah, I mean, it's a 2/2 for 2, but if I pay it with a Treasure, I get to get the card back. I mean, you lose a life, but whatever. Dragon's Fire. So it deals 3. Yeah, this card is just a 2 mana deal free, even if I don't have a dragon. Even have a dragon in my deck, then it deals 6, I think. So it always deals 3 if you don't have a dragon. But if I have this Inferno in my hand, it deals 6. Great. Kick in the door. No. Oh, that card seems playable. Yeah. Don't have too many free drops anyway. Yeah, I like this deck so far. I mean, I think we got early game and late game. So now what? Another one of these, another Swarm Goblin. I think it's gonna be fine. Probably doesn't matter. This is just best of 1 anyway. So I didn't pick up one of the common removal spells, the 4-mana Destroy. That was kind of unfortunate. Maybe I should have not taken this, but the fact that it's a huge trampler, which gives you value when it dies, basically. Yeah. Okay, probably not. Don't have any ways to discard, I don't think. But right. Shocking Grasp. And that thing. So we got a rare again. This is the red creature land. Seems pretty amazing, honestly. What else? This is another Dragon's Fire, I guess. The Fireball. So it's the Dragon's Fire or the creature land. This is gonna be free in my opening hand, and then I can make a 3/2 goblin that creates a goblin when it's attacking. I think I'm gonna take the land. I mean, the last Dragon's Fire wheel, so maybe this one is too. But getting like a land that's a pretty good creature is just so amazing. So Red Dragon. Seems playable. See here, how many skeleton, vampires, and zombies do I have? Zombie, vampire, zombie. I have a lot. Let's see what else is here. This card seems good. Higher Hexblade seems good. So I think I'm gonna take the higher Hexblade. I just think this card is amazing in this deck. I don't really need to. Yeah, alright. Dristurden, not for me. You take a third hide Hexblade. No. Yeah. Maybe I'm overrating that card a little bit. I don't know. Also carries equipment, pretty good. Flump. See here. Guess I take another Hoarding Ogre. Now, the interesting part is that I have so many treasures that I could splash. This card seems like an interesting card to splash. I mean, it's either that or Eyes of the Beholder. I guess I don't need to splash, and having something that kills basically anything could be good. Alright, let's see if that second Dragon's Fire wheel, that would be great. We have 21 playables because one of them is a creature land, but then... yeah, there it is. Oh yeah, oh yeah. There we go. That was the card I was talking about. Pretty happy about that. I didn't have too many removal spells, but it's kind of crazy to see this late. Seems like it should not be this late, but whatever. I'm probably not gonna play Brazen Dwarf. I have some coin flip cards, but not enough, I don't think. I like Shambling Mask main deck. It just seems like it's good enough. Okay, there's nothing here except the Vampire Spawn. I think I've played 2. Now we have... I wish I had some more value for treasures, but I have a lot of... And one thing you can do with this card, Zombie Ogre, is if I get a bunch of tokens from Swarming Goblins, I can just send them in, suicide them, and then I can venture into the dungeon. Storage target artifact. Yeah, it seems weak. It's like a anticipate for your opponent's deck or destroy an artifact. I guess I might take that. So it's destroy an artifact. I don't know how relevant that is. Could be. Or you can anticipate your opponent's library. So we didn't wield the Dragon's Fire, which is not unexpected. Just got a thing. It's playable. All right. Sure. We don't want to go to my sideboard. Well. Spiked Pit Trap. Seems kind of bad. Alright, so let's see here. We have 41 cards. 17 lands, so I have to cut 1 card. Could be the Baleful Beholder. I don't think I want too many 6-drops, and I think Earth Cult Elemental is a better card anyway. It's possible with all these treasures I have. It's possible I want to play another 6-drop. Maybe Manticore kind of bad, and I can play like another one of these. Just because I have so many treasures, I want another top end. Alright. So 9 swamps and 8 mountains basically. I have 1, 2, 5, 5, 1, 7, 1, 7, 2, 8, 2, 8, 4, 8, 5, 9, 5, 9, 7, 9, 8, 11, 8, 11, 9, 11, 10. Yeah, that seems reasonable. I also have some double black cards, whereas I don't have that many double red cards. I mean, they're more expensive. And I have some 1-drops. Yeah, this seems like it's a good build. I will play round number 1. So we have a mono black hand, but we have 3 castable cards. Well, at some point I might just run this out on turn 2, but I think this is playable. All this flavor too. Okay, I'm probably just gonna play the Hexblade anyway on turn 2. Blue, white, ooh, Bag of Holding, let's see here. So eventually you get to do that, but I can do that later. So it's just a Grey Ogre now, but on turn 2 a Grey Ogre is still playable. So yeah, this is a sorcery, this is an instant. Good to know. Ray of Frost. So this, what is this? It gives... So it just makes it not untap. Okay, well, I can block with it still. So that was not so good for my opponent. 3-2 whenever you gain land, get a counter. Okay. So I can play this, make a treasure, and then next turn this can become a 3-4. Yeah, I kind of like that. Because then I can also play the Bag of Holding. And then next turn I could make this a 3-4, or I can speed out the ISO Holder, or I can cast this. I have a lot of options here. And I like the Bag of Holding, gives me something assurance if I flood. Because what you do with Bag of Holding is you start looting, and then eventually when you have time you start getting cards back, if you even need them. So this is a 0-4 that 5 mana venture into the dungeon. Okay. I assume this is some kind of life gain, but I don't care. I mean, this card has already been... Okay, I don't care. I mean, my opponent lost the aura too. Oh, that's interesting. I can play that and draw a card and even make it a 3-3. So I think I'm gonna do that. So it's a 3-3 that draws me a card, presumably. Dragon's Fire. I could kill that now to not risk it getting bigger. I can't kill that for the moment, but I can do that later. Actually, let's attack and see if my opponent blocks. Because then I could have killed that. So I could either play this... Yeah, let's do that. Because right now I don't need to kill this card. And I can kill it later if I need to. So now my opponent can go into the dungeon, but... Oh, rare. Oh. So it's a 3-3 vigilance. When it enters battlefield, venture into the dungeon. And other creatures gets +1/+, as long as you went complete the dungeon. Okay, I mean that's good, but I can kill that or ignore it for a moment. So now my opponent goes into the dungeon. You gain 1 life. So yeah, okay. Interesting. So I drew a land, which I have to think about whether I want to cast cards now or not, because I have a Bag of Holding in play. But I also have 3 removal spells. So I think I want to kill something this turn. And the most threatening card is actually the Secret Door right now, because that just makes my opponent go into the dungeon. So how about I cast that. Get a treasure. Play a land. And I could attack. But then I just get attacked back. So I'm just gonna pass and have Dragon's Fire and looting up. I may not loot with Bag of Holding because I have such a good hand, but the good thing about Bag of Holding is that if you loot away a good card, you can still get it back later. So I think I can chill here. It's an interesting game. My opponent is now in the dungeon, but one thing I haven't talked about is what kind of dungeon will I venture into? Probably not the card, the one that makes me lose a bunch of things, but rather maybe the same. Okay, Charmed Sleep. Okay, well, yeah, that's fine. So if my opponent attacks, I'm gonna double block on card because I have Dragon's Fire at the ready. Yeah, so I'm gonna double block here. Oh, okay. Well, so now I think I... Okay. That's not a card I'm gonna be super keen to... I'm gonna play this though. The Swamp's not a card I'm super keen to get back, but I could do it at some point. Oh, another rare Mythic. So if this comes 7 loyalty, it's a 7/7. Okay, and it freezes a card. So it made... What just happened here? I don't know, it's happening so many things I can't even know. What just happened? So my opponent hasn't activated this card. Why did that card go to my opponent's graveyard? I'm very confused here. So my opponent activated it on that, I guess. Okay. Guess I do this. Okay. Okay. So this one can't do anything, right? It's locked down. This can hit Planeswalkers too. But I have no dragon. So what I could do here is play this. I'm gonna get a treasure at least. Wait, what? Oh, when it attacks. Okay, never mind. Alright, well. Okay. Sure. Okay, let's see here. So I can kill that and attack, I guess. Yeah. I can all attack on that. And if I hit, good. No, I didn't. I could have killed it, but I didn't. I still think it's fine to sack this to... Now I can kill that next turn with the Dragon's Fire. So if I hit 2 treasures, I could have killed that before blocks, but it's fine. Okay, my opponent also got a creature land, a 7/7 Zombie Ward free. Yeah, my opponent has a lot of rares, but I think I'm okay. This Bag of Holding is gonna go a long way, I think. All right. So okay. Okay, 2 Black One Skeletons, sure. Opponent gets to scry 2 and draw 2 cards. This doesn't regenerate, which some skeletons do.